the best word to describe my subject tonight. A lead singer-songwriter called Jake Thackeray, the creator of the Castleford Ladies Magical Circle. More later. Some people called him Yorkshire's Noel Cowell. It was a phrase, a term he didn't like, although his clip delivery and his facility with words. But he was a troubadour. He could make a song out of anything. A song that he wrote about the eternal verities and the forbidden pleasures in life. Like licorice all sorts. One of each, twice. And Bridlington. But being a Leeds lad, a lot of his songs are peppered with characters from those parts. Like the lovely ladies of the night that ply their dubious trade in the scabby boozers along the Kirkstall Road. Greasy Joan and the Kirkstall Road Girl are my favourites. But although he sang about humdrum things, like a jumble sale, it was never in a humdrum way. He might sing about the love life of a cactus, but his songs, if you listen carefully, were full of classical allusions, full of Greek and Roman imagery, which is befitting, because after all, he was an educated man. Not just an educated man, but an educator. He was a school teacher who taught kids English in some of the most exotic places in the world, like Algeria, France, and Bradford. He was a scholarship lad, a bright lad, and the Jesuits got him, and they tried to beat the fear of God into him, and they punished him for his imagination. But luckily they didn't succeed because his imagination flourished, and he was Britain's first bilingual surrealist entertainer. Long before Monsieur Izzard was even twinkling his cat's eye. Jake was that man. And he had surreal stories, surreal songs about the nefarious nocturnal activities of the statues of the London. Or the lustful exploits of a freshly escaped gorilla from the local zoo. Extremely horny and desperate to lose his chastity with a petty sessions judge in his robes. Now that song was translated by Jake. He didn't write it from one of his heroes' songs, George Brassens, who was a French singer and plier of dubious ditties to the French. After making his initial mark on Look North, Jake became a national star on Ravensmeet, which was a very popular television series of the time. Unfortunately, the deadpan northerner was not universally welcomed by the great unwashed British public. And the BBC switchboard was inundated by demands for his immediate dismissal. They wanted his P45. Luckily, they didn't get their way. And Jake went on to bigger and better things. Well, at least a weekly slot on This Life, which was a television programme otherwise distinguished by crowdsourced rude vegetables. Less handsome. But he had a wicked sense of humour, and he used Yorkshire dialects, which meant that the lawyers were watching him like a hawk, lest he slip in some West Yorkshire obscenity. But it wasn't all about filth and wicked humour. He wrote poignant songs. Especially poignant is the Christmas carol he wrote called the Intake Christmas Carol. Doubly poignant because he died on Christmas Eve. His work has inspired many northern comedians, and Varsivard Ian McMillan has actually put together a musical based on the work of Jake Thackeray. It's called Sister Josephine, Kicks the Habits. It's all about the number. And of course, the Castleford Ladies Magical Circle, Elizabeth Jones and Lily O'Grady and 3 or 4 more married ladies, frantically dancing naked for Beelzebub. My favourite Jake Thackeray song, 40 years on, and a fitting memory to a Leeds lad and a great singer-songwriter, Jake Thackeray. Thank you.